episode are we on?
18?
No, this is 20, yo.
20.
It's 20. 2-0. Welcome to episode 20.
Episode 20.
Takeaway podcast.
Appreciate it being the 20th episode.
Yep, the big 2-0.
Big one
Here
right
with
here.
One Love, artist from the city. Go ahead and introduce yourself to people who aren't familiar.
You know, go by One Love, just nothing else to say. Just out here, just artist making moves. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Trying to get in a better position where I can expand my art to where I want it to be. You know what I mean?
Cool.
I like that.
So,
I like that. So when did you start making music, or is it something you've been doing your whole life?
I started off DJing when I was 8 years old.
Oh wow.
And so started off doing that, and I always been into, making beats and stuff. But I started off DJing heavy, and then got into producing. I always been into writing, so I always used to write like poetry and stuff, and getting into writing music, it's always been something I enjoyed. So, but it took me a minute to, get used to
get the confidence up.
Yeah, right. The confidence up, cause, but it's slowly rising.
So what made you switch from like the DJing side of things to actually making music?
I don't know, like DJing is just you can only do one thing. You know what I mean? It's I need more challenging things. You know what I mean? So I can try and do other things. You know what I mean? But DJing was going good. I just got sick of it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I got into making beats more and stuff, and trying to take other stuff serious. You know what I mean? So, but.
So where did love for rap come from? So you DJing, you start making some beats here and there. Where you're like, all right, let me start rapping on these.
Low key, when I started not trying to rap, but like freestyling and shit. When I was cool with my dad, when I was younger, probably about like 8 until 14, he'd pick me up from my mom's shit and just say he'd throw a beat on, or like have like rap over a song and stuff, and I was always so nervous back then. I was like, whatever. But that's just low key my dad, and also my his side of the family, they're all R&B singers and stuff, so they're all, I kind of got that music inclined, trying to do music things from that side of the family. So
That's what's up. So what was your pops playing you growing up? Like, was he playing you old school?
Man, he was playing me some D's on that. You remember that? No, but everything. Outkast, Usher.
Yeah.
I big R&B. My mom, she, all she was listening to was R&B. Keith Sweat, like
all that kind of stuff.
I'm very vast with I like to branch out with genres and stuff. You know what I mean? So
is your music heavy then, like R&B influence? Like you making love songs out here?
Over there singing? What you?
Not really. I kind of want to put in like a melodic type sound with, like, you know what I mean, with, I really like guitars, type sound samples, pianos and stuff, so
that's dope.
Putting everything together. That's tight.
So basically just trying to, I want to eventually where I can, when I get to my music, to where I really want to make like all types of music. You know what I mean? I want to use like old. I fuck with like rock type noise. You know what I mean? Samples and stuff. Like, I want to make different types of music. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
So as you look at the music scene in this city, what are your thoughts? Like, from a creative standpoint, what do you think about it?
I think what I'm trying to do is kind of different. I think a lot of people, I feel like, in the city trying to do is like, I don't know. I'm not trying to be off-brand Detroit. If you're from Grand Rapids, you're not from Detroit, so trying to make that type of music. It's straight, do your thing. But you know what I mean? It's not. I'm trying to be a little different. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, that's a good point. A lot of the sounds I'm hearing from Grand Rapids are definitely Detroit influenced. It's like a combination of Detroit and like Bayside. Like what's the Shoreline Mafia? You ever heard of them?
Yeah.
That's kind of like, they all sound the same.
Exactly. Yeah. So
it's kind of interesting.
Different.
So when are you gonna start dropping music, or are you ready to drop something?
Haven't dropped anything yet, but I'm trying to. I'm trying to knock a few other songs out, here soon, and get all this stuff situated. But I'm trying to by this winter. You know what I mean? I'm trying to take everything super serious. You know what I mean? To the point where I can come out, have all my stuff licensed and stuff, have it on, I want to have huge like marketing stance behind it, you know what I mean? So
it's good.
Not just dropping it and letting it sit, you know what I mean? You got to push it, otherwise you're not.
So you're not just an artist, you're kind of like taking like the whole the business side seriously. You're just like, if I'm gonna do it, you're gonna do it.
Exactly. So
It's good. Yeah.
So I'm taking it, that's why I haven't really dropped anything yet, because I critique myself real hard, so like to the point where like it kind of messes me up in the head where I can't even, you know what I mean? But I'm to the point where I need to just get my confidence up and just drop stuff. And
yeah, do you send music to anybody? Like,
yeah, I send to a lot of people now. I get good feedback, back on a lot of it. Basically what I'm trying to do with my music is have different, like a wavy, vibey type sound, you know what I mean? Something that with like, hard bass and you know what I mean? So,
do you have anybody that you look to as your inspiration at the moment? Because I'm trying to put everything together that you're saying and like attribute it to a different artist.
Right. I'd probably try and mix it with
it's a tough question, though.
Right, it's a tough question just because I don't want to try and compare myself because I'm not to that point, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
Probably,
I guess like the easiest way to figure it out is like when you're in the car, like who are you listening to? And maybe that can like nail it down.
It'd probably be like a Drake mixed in with like a Lil Skies.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's I can compare it to that type of thing, you know what I mean?
Okay.
This is where the R&B comes from.
Right.
Yep, so I hear it.
Like the R&B influence.
Right.
Wait, so how old are you?
23.
23.
Just turned 20. No, not just, but a couple months ago.
Yeah, I just turned 23 too. Jordan year.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta make something. Jordan year.
That's what's up. So who are you listening to besides like those, like where you get your inspiration from? Like who do you listen to? Who's on the playlist? What you doing?
Man. That's hard to say just for the fact that because coming from like a DJ aspect, I always listen to. You always gotta have all types of music. You know what I mean? I don't really focus on anyone specific, but
you got like a top 5.
Top 5.
Who's your favorite artist right now?
To the point, I gotta look at my phone to look at my Apple Music. No, always Drake gonna be up there somewhere. Of course.
I have a question.
I'm gonna come back on that one.
What's your thoughts on Eminem?
Eminem, I fuck with Eminem. You can't hate on Eminem. You know what I mean? He's just a different vibe of rap. You know what I mean? He's that.
It's radio rap.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Would you agree that he's the Jeremy Lin of the rap game?
I hate when you say that, bro.
I can see it.
I swear he is. You can see it?
I can see it. 100%.
See? I'm not the only one, bro. I'm telling you.
Like respect Eminem, but
respect.
No, we always say it on the show. Like
he's different.
He's probably the best like technical rapper ever.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But it's just like
the way you can change the words.
Yes.
Rhyming 2 words together that don't even rhyme. Just by the way you say it.
Yeah.
That's what he's been doing.
It's just like sometimes his songs are pretty corny.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of it is like pop music.
Like crack the bottle shit.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think about the Chance album that came out?
I listened to a few songs. I like it. I like how he incorporates some of that, like gospel sound with it.
Yeah.
Pop and I fuck with Chance. Definitely.
So I personally liked it. A lot of people didn't like it.
Okay. Yeah.
I was one of those people.
Yeah, Sam's one of those people that didn't like it.
I mean, it's probably different to compare it to like his other projects a little bit or something.
Yeah.
You know so like
sure.
when you hear someone's type of music for a while and then they switch it up, it's kind of either hits or it doesn't. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. It's funny because I've been, as like the year is getting to the end, I've been going back and trying to figure out like my top 5 albums of the year and stuff. And I'm looking at one that's really standing out to me. I don't know if it'll make my list, but Tyler the Creator's album from this year.
It might be on the list, bro.
I mean, it's definitely justified. But like the reason I'm thinking about it a lot is because with Tyler, and we talked about this when the album came out, is like you can see his progression from his like first album and then all the way through the different types of music he's made, because he's always had like hints of the next album in the previous one. But I think like where my problem comes with Chance especially is like he went from acid rap to coloring book, and so there wasn't like a transition in there, right?
Exactly.
So I think like that's where, and I think that's what a lot of people would say, like he never like eased us into the new sound. He just kind of like threw us into it,
right? Expect you to like it, which is
and so I think that's why like people who probably didn't listen to acid rap, like this is all they've ever known, so they probably love this type.
Right, to me, acid rap was a whole different level.
Yeah, like that. It's like a classic. It's our generation classic. I mean. Like
I think it just dropped at the right time too. Like that summer.
You talking about acid rap?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I was just being, just being a kid, bro. Like whipping around with the girl.
Yeah, that's
like,
the thing, because like
there's so much that happened on acid rap. It's like, it's like you became a man.
Or you got
around that time, you know what I'm saying?
And it was like everyone tried their first drugs back then. It's like this whole thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
the young days.
I think that's why everyone liked it so much, because the stuff that he was rapping about, you could relate to majority of it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's.
And now, like, he's talking about like being married and having kids, and it's like
he's not there yet.
Bro.
Like, he's
not there yet.
So what? Did you hear the Wale project?
I think I listened to it
like
two or 3
times.
times.
I can't lie. I haven't heard. I didn't listen to the Wale.
Yo, it's so trash, bro.
That's probably why.
it's not
so
trash,
bad, bro. And I'm like, I was like, to be honest, I like Wale, but like the last 2 or 3 projects he's dropped for me has been such a disappointment. And like he like goes out and blames everybody else. I'm like, Wale, bro.
Yeah,
this shit is trash, bro.
Yeah, he does go on a lot of radio shows and complains like people don't like me because
it's trash.
Right. You can't force people.
Yeah, that's like the thing. It's like 2 different ways of approaching it. It's like you take criticism and apply it, or you complain.
Right.
You know?
He's a great feature artist. When he's on a Ross song or a Meek song or a J. Cole song, we love Wale.
Yeah,
I agree. We love it. It's like it's really good from a listener's point of view. But like when he drops a project, there's some that is like I don't know. Like what it like.
I remember I was telling you. I think the thing is he just never sounds interested.
Right.
Like he never sounds passionate about what he's doing. Yeah. And I think that's my problem with it.
His tone and voice.
Yeah, like his tone is off. Like his pen is crazy. Like he's probably one of the best lyricists maybe right now. And it's just like to hear him, it just sounds like he's like low effort.
Right.
Which is tough because he's always sound like that. So I think it's just who he is. So I don't think it's something he'll ever be. But it's just like
I can't just imagine playing Wale in the car, bro.
I'll play
Ambition. Like, I'll pay for my girl. Like, your girl's gonna get out the car, bro. Like, you can't just. There's no way you can play that.
I'll play Ambition.
Killing the vibe, yeah. But,
I mean, he has a couple good songs, bro. He's like, I think that's what also hurt him too. Like in the music game, I don't know if you agree with this. Is once you get like everyone has a big song, right? Every artist does. Right. But sometimes that big song kind of like gets bigger than you, right? And it's like he had a couple big songs, like Lotus Flower Bomb. Yeah, was on the radio, crazy. Heavy, was in everybody's eye, and like to come up and like make another one of those.
Yeah,
it's hard to get.
Bro, it's hard to do, bro. Only person I've seen do it consensely has been Drake.
Right.
100%.
Yeah. And whether he writes his music or not, I don't know.
Right.
But to have so many hits, like
I think that's the problem that Fetty Wap ran into. It's like
he
dropped a song.
The Fetty Wap song.
He dropped like a song and then like 2 or 3 more, and then like a whole album of pretty solid hits.
Yeah.
And then it's just you set the bar too high for yourself.
I feel like he said I got what I needed real quick.
I mean you can't really blame somebody
like got his money and
he's probably up a couple.
So what do you think about that? Like loving the game of the music versus trying to get the riches off it. I think you just got into something like.
Yeah, I agree. Well, what I think about that is. I could care less about the money as long as I personally get to that level. If I achieve like my goal personally, then I feel like, you know what I mean? Obviously, you know, everyone wants to have money and, you know, whatever. But if I can get to the level where, let's say I'm making money, a little bit of money, but I'm still, if I can
make it a career.
That's what I mean. If I can make my career off my art and love, passion, you know what I mean? Then there's nothing I feel like you can beat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. I think that's good. Shit. A lot of people try to aim too high.
Right.
There's only one king of the game at one time.
Exactly.
But everyone's like, yo, I'm going to be the best-selling artist of all time. It's like, slow down.
Right.
Like, make it to top 100 first, and then we'll work our way up. Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you like Young M.A.?
I fuck with Young M.A.
Do you like the female rap scene right now? Like Rhapsody and like
I do.
Wack down to...
It's straight. It's just... I don't know. They ain't coming out Young M.A. That's all I can say. Like,
yeah,
I think we were talking about that last week. Like, Young M.A. can't out-rap anybody.
There's something about her tone and her like the words she uses.
You can just believe it.
And I think like as a female rapper, her being so she's lesbian too, but like her being so versatile, where like it feels like a dude's rapping sometimes.
That's what I mean. That's like that's to the point where I don't even think.
You don't even know half the
time.
You know what
I mean? I don't even think about it. I'm just like she's just hard. I'm just like.
Yeah,
I respect it.
I think it's like that New York. Like you can just hear it in her. Like you can tell she's from New York.
Right.
It's just a vibe, bro. Yeah, like and her project, shit, girl's hard.
She be going hard. I fuck with her. And I like she's independent still, and she's like.
Is she really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And she's just doing her thing, and I fuck with her.
She's someone that done well with like having a big hit and still recovering.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't remember the name of the song, but that Heffany song.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like that's hard to recover from because that was a big hit.
That was a huge hit.
Especially because it was everyone's first introduction. Like I feel like the reason that song blew up was because no one had ever seen someone like her before.
Right, that's what I mean.
It's like, oh, this is like a gangster ass girl. Like what the fuck? Like
I don't think people even knew it was a girl though. That's the thing. Like,
yeah, a lot of people did.
So we just kind of like, you call her Stephanie, I call her Stephanie, right?
Yeah.
Right, and you're just like,
and they're like, wait, she's like saying stuff.
And then she's talking about strap on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Bro, this is like, hold on, this is a girl. She was hard though.
No, she's someone that's like recovered well, and I don't know like where that comes from, because like with Fetty Wap, I mean it probably came from he just got so big that like he could tour and he probably can still sell out a show now just based off his name.
Definitely.
So that's why like once you get to that level, it's like hard to get back in the studio and grind. You know,
it's just you're distracted. I feel like you know what I mean. And
it's like NBA players make the All-Star game and like. You just fall off after that. So it's like you did it.
I feel like once a lot of people get to a level that they think is whatever good, then they just stop trying. It's, you know what I mean? The grind's, you know, the hunger for it. And I feel like there, once you get to the top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I think you see that in like every area of everything. You know, just complacency. That's like the biggest curse, you know, because you just get to a level and you're just like, I'm good. Like I don't need to work as hard as that. Because it takes a lot of hard work to go platinum or like make an all-star game. Like that takes a lot of work,
right?
You know, and I think a lot of people fall into that trap where they're just like, I don't want to do it again,
right?
You know,
like Blueface.
Blueface baby.
I don't fuck with him like that, but he's always saying, "Man, I did this to get rich." What you mean? Like, that's just different. He's just a whole different. Feel like that.
Yeah, he's a clown,
super clown.
Yeah, I heard he's gonna drop an album though.
Didn't he already drop one?
Did he drop one already?
I don't know. I don't really check for Blueface.
I don't check for me.
I don't really check for him.
But it's like
someone sends me some. I feel like the only time Blueface comes on my radar is when he's trending on Twitter for saying something crazy. Like
that's what it is.
He said in one song he said like pull up like Tracy McGrady from the Pistons.
Yeah, I remember that.
Bro, what the fuck?
I remember that.
I don't think he played like a game for the Pistons.
Right.
So did you play sports growing up?
Yeah, I played. I mean, when I was younger, I was playing baseball, basketball, football. But once I got in like high school, I was playing basketball and football. But I always been into basketball was more my thing.
Yeah,
I fucked with that.
You actually play like for fun? Or do you actually play for the school?
Yeah, I played for school. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so the old days.
Did you go to school? Did you get a chance to go to college with it, or no? You just kind of played.
I wanted to. I had like the dream. Then I always had the dreams.
Hoop dreams.
Yeah, and then my
rapper
dad
go to the league, right?
Yeah. My dad was always, when I was younger, always pressing me like, "You're gonna do this with basketball."
Yeah.
But I think it's part of the reason I lost the ambition as far as going to that school that I went to for sports. Just ruined it. Like,
oh really?
So what you transfer for? Was it family stuff?
Yeah, just family shit. And my mom moved and shit, and I lived with her, so I had to move outside of town. I'm like, damn, I gotta
start all over.
The scene, that's whatever.
I know what that's like. I moved around a lot growing up, so for me it was like I either had to. I think that's why I'm like so social now, because like I either gotta become shy and just deal with it, or like be social and make friends.
Definitely.
So.
I agree.
Not to say like I'm thankful that I moved around a lot, but I think it's like it made me who I am.
Me too, definitely. I was always in different crib, different duplex.
Yeah,
living in.
So you just kind of like had to get used to change type.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
It's basically now I'm at my trying to help out family and shit right now, and grandma's getting old and shit, so I gotta deal with all that.
Yeah.
Bro, you're preaching now, bro.
Yeah, it's a whole different type of struggle.
She raised me and shit, so.
Yeah.
But it's life.
Yo, those pressures though, like, there's a difference, man. Mm-hmm. I always tell people, like, that's how you know, like, you don't need it to be successful, but like, it definitely helps you when you think shit is hard.
Right.
Anytime I have moments where I think shit is hard, I'm like, man, it ain't as hard as it. Like, as like
could be worse type.
It could be worse, but it's like we've already been through this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we already did that already. So like, I ain't scared of going back there, or like, I'm not trying to go back there. You feel me? Like, also there was like, for my parents, they lived a way harder life than I had to live. So like, you see it, you're like, oh wait, like that was way harder. Right? My dad tells stories where like they left him in Jamaica to fend for himself. So like, I'm complaining about something that don't even matter. Imagine like you wake up one day and everybody's gone, bro.
Yeah.
That just shows the way the world has just changed into that quick. Just by your dad's generation to ours. You know what I mean?
Different. It is crazy. Yeah.
Do you talk a lot of that kind of stuff in your music?
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, I usually talk about like throwing I usually just throw references and my life in there. You know what I mean? Mixed in with like a new type of sound. You know what I mean? I like to talk about a bunch of different things. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I like to have a lot of songs. Have a consistent flow of switching things up and stuff.
Yeah. So when you're making music, this is a fun question I like to ask people. Do you try to be lyrical nowadays, or do you follow? Because nowadays in rap, you don't really have to be as lyrical as you had to.
Right, I agree. No, I believe heavy on lyrics. Like maybe it might not be like those punchlines and like like a like a J. Cole punchline, or something like something like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I like to have references of my life and.
You're like a storyteller versus punchlines.
Mixed in with some stories that been through. Just mixed in with us new type of wave type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'm excited to hear your music, bro.
Yeah, you have to play some after this.
Yeah, show us something, man. That'd be dope.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think I'll fuck with it.
Yeah, I think it's it's interesting where rap's going. I think as we look back, because the decade's almost done. I think people are gonna look back and just like rap was the decade.
Right.
It's definitely the top genre.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I'm just interested to see where we go next.
Yeah, it's just crazy. How
obviously, I hope it's rap, but
right. It's just crazy how from back in like the '90s, how rap would just rap. Nowadays, you got so many subgenres of rap music type of vibes, and you know what I mean. Everything's rap.
Yeah.
With lyrics and stuff, but different sounds nowadays, and it's just crazy how it's evolved and since we were born type thing. Yeah.
I think that's why it's hard for me personally to look past it. Like, I can't think of the next genre because rap has changed so much. I feel like if someone played me a rock song from when it first came out and then when it kind of slowed down, I feel like it would probably sound the same. That's from the outside looking in. But if you listen to like a 90s rap song and then compare it to like nowadays, it's like night and day.
Right.
So that's why it's hard for me to think of like the next genre. Because to me, it's like the next genre is just going to be a different type of rap.
What's that mean? It's just going to keep being different.
Is it technically a next genre like EDM right now?
It's not bigger than rap though.
Oh, I'm not saying it's bigger than rap, but it's climbing.
That came out in just the 2000s.
Yeah.
Quick. Yeah. To where it's at now.
Cause like there's
but
people.
It's like, could you? I don't really think I could.
I can't get down with it, yo, for real.
No, but
there's a lot of people that
you
be
hear
like
it on the radio.
That we see on Twitter, bro. I'm like, y'all be listening.
That's what I mean.
All day.
That's what I mean. Like I feel like you go crazy. Like you don't hear like any type of lyrics besides like a girl doing a hook maybe or something.
Yeah.
Maybe, bro. It's like
and I don't think you would hear that on the radio. I don't think it'll ever, because I think that's why rap has taken that next step. It's because there's people that have come along and made it more accessible.
Right.
As whack as that is, like it's kind of the nature of the game. And I just don't really see like EDM doing that.
No, I agree.
Because I don't think you'll see like parents in their car like.
All it takes is the Drake of EDM to make that happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it can be like heavy electric, but like make it for everybody. Like really think about like the Drake of EDM. He could probably make a song or she that everyone just fucks with. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, right? Like it's not impossible, right? Like because people used to be like, oh, rap can't be this.
Right.
Rap's a small genre. It's for this group of people. That's true. Not rap is pop. Like everyone wants to be a rapper. Like there's not one person I don't know that doesn't think they can't rap.
Right.
Yeah.
There's people that we know right now that are trying to rap that shouldn't be rapping.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just like, bro, like,
preach.
But like it's so big and it's so inspirational.
Right.
And so, like
and it's so easy to do. Well, I mean, easy is like the wrong word.
So easy
but
to hide behind like a mic.
Yeah, you just get behind a mic and spit a few whack bars, and eventually you got a song.
And I think it's also like the theory or the history of rap music is that like ruggedness. So everybody likes it because it's like, all right, we're gonna be in the studio, we're gonna build in the garage, we're in our room, we're gonna get a mic and rap because that's what everyone else does. Like other music doesn't really have that grittiness really in the history.
Right.
Maybe rock and roll. That's why I think rock and roll and hip hop are so similar because like, man, you get a little guitar, and you could be Jimi Hendrix, like, or you go the blues route. Like, there's a lot of things you can do with a one instrument kind of thing. Yeah. Like other music, like you can't just do that. Like you gotta learn something, right? Or like really be in it to get the chance to like, And I think like with hip hop, definitely rock, like you both have those like that too ruggedness. Like yo, we like did this. We're gonna do garage shows. I've been to house shows where they play death metal, bro.
For real?
Yeah, bro. The energy is crazy.
It's going crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's
I think that's where it comes from. Like, I think once you get in the environment is when people fall in love with it. I think that's why EDM music has climbed so fast. Because, like, I don't really think anybody listens to that stuff in the car. But I think, like, once you go to a show, like, so we're from Michigan, so we have Electric Forest. And I think, like, once you go there and experience it, that's where your love for it comes from, you know? That's speaking from the outside. Like, I've never done that, but I think that's what happens, you know?
It's all about, I feel like that scene is just, you know, dressing up. People be dressing up. You know,
it's like a culture, you know? But that's how rap started, though. Like, rap started because, obviously, the music, but they were like the first people wearing baggy clothes and like big ass chains, you know, and I think that's just like how things start. So I think it probably will be EDM, as crazy as it is.
Yeah, or like country.
Yeah, hopefully not.
That's like my second bet.
Or the fusion, like rap, country fusion.
That's like some Nelly.
Yeah, like I just like see country because have you guys listened to country lately? Bro, like listen.
Not lately, not before.
I was in like that, you know, on YouTube.
Yeah, like some the rabbit hole. Yeah.
There's this one dude, I'm forgetting his name, but he's like a biracial kid. He's mixed. He makes country music, bro, and the shit sound good. It's like R&B and country together. And I'm like, all right, this could work.
See, yeah, something like that.
Lil Nas X did it too. I mean, Overtime Road is over, but Panini, like, he's like,
that's like rap and country though.
Exactly. Like, there's a lane where like they can take country, make a little more R&B, make a little more hip hop. My top three is like number 1 is EDM, number 2 be country, number 3 be rock and roll.
You're saying like the next genre?
Yeah. Like I can see, like those are my 3 bets. Like if it's not gonna be EDM, there's probably be some country because like, I can see like people like me being down to listen to a country song if it had a good bass to it,
and
it wasn't like
Yeah. I mean, I won't cut you off, but I know what you mean. If like you can put an 808 in a
country song, I mean that's what Nas X did.
Like yeah, now what I think is gonna be like the next wave of hip hop is gonna be like a you know, obviously the rap mixed in with like a rock and roll like type sound. You know what I mean? I can definitely see like all that emo rap be.
Yeah, like emo rap shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Is there like Lil Nar or something like that?
Yeah.
Y'all ever heard of him?
Yeah, he's
he does like screamo rap, which is like interesting.
That's too much.
It's too much for me.
I listen to a couple of songs.
Yeah, like I like guitar sounds, so I could see guitar like being incorporated or more or less like live instruments. Like y'all ever listen to what is it? I think like Audio Mac or something. They always do live instrument performances. Like they had A Boogie and Chief Keef on there. Yeah. And I could see something like that. Like rap would be so much doper if it was like real instruments, in my opinion. Just because I like instrumentation.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, definitely.
And then like you add a little like R&B hook on there. Like I mean that's kind of where rap is right now.
Right.
But if you switch that for a country hook and then you know.
Definitely.
But it'll be interesting. Like I hear what you're saying about rock. Like could be the next genre. But I don't think we've ever seen that in music where like it goes backwards. You know,
True.
Like rock already had its time, and I don't think, at least from my perspective, I don't think we've ever had a genre like come back and be the king again.
Right.
You know.
What people are just gonna build off it and try and incorporate it into something new.
And the reason why I put it on there because I have seen an emo rap and stuff like that, but like just because I haven't listened to rock in so long, I just know there's probably some kids right now knocking out some crazy ass shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With like a drum and a guitar and a bass. Like I just feel like I'm gonna hear a band come out in 2 years from now, and it's gonna be like my favorite. Even right now, my favorite band is the Arctic Monkeys. I really fuck with Arctic Monkeys. Like,
I didn't know that.
And it's like they're like a rock and roll band. People like you listen to this shit, I'm like bro, like they like it's good music.
Yeah.
But like
I mean, some stuff is just undeniable. You know, like I think one artist is like Justin Bieber. Like when he first came out, like it was a little, you know, he was a kid, whatever, singing about girls and shit. But it's like as he's evolved, like he's incorporated like soul and R&B into his sound, and it's like you can't really deny that he's dope. You know?
Right. Oh yeah, definitely can't.
I heard that Many Men freestyle he was doing. I'm like, don't drop that. You see that?
No.
Nah, bro. Yeah, don't watch it. He was
remixing it.
I think I heard about it. He was saying some crazy shit.
Yeah, he was like rapping off the Many Men beat.
He was rapping?
Yeah. I was like, Justin, like whatever you do,
can't be touched again. You know?
Like, don't drop it. Don't drop that song.
Funny.
Your legacy is too big.
That's
like,
funny.
Right.
To go from Baby to, you know, like you know,
that's a crazy 20-year progression.
That's a wreck.
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on Kanye West?
Kanye West, I fuck with Kanye.
Me too.
That was random.
He I just like his whole art to it, not just his music, but like his whole, you know, how he came up to, you know, producing. That's how he started.
Did you subscribe to the whole cancel Kanye West thing or no?
What's up?
Did you subscribe to that whole cancel Kanye West thing? I didn't.
Man, I know. I saw that though, but
he was tripping. But I was like, yo, his music's good.
Yeah, my thing about that, man, is like people got mad about what he said, especially about like the slavery thing. That was like what people really got upset about. But it's like, you know, Kanye's been saying crazy shit for the whole time he's been up. Like, and now you guys get upset about it.
Right. It's just because
it's just who he is.
How big the media is nowadays. They can just blow everything out of proportion.
Yeah.
It's crazy how that can happen, bro.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things. Like, look, like you either like Kanye for his antics or you don't.
Right.
You know? Like you can't pick and choose.
Right.
Like you can't laugh about him interrupting Taylor Swift.
Right. Like
and calling George Bush or saying that he doesn't like black people.
Right.
And then get mad at but you know, it's like either don't like him or like him. You know?
I'll never forget that Taylor Swift moment. That was crazy.
It's just legendary.
But the thing is, like, I remember going to school. Like, was he wrong though?
Right.
No.
Like, was he wrong? Like, he wasn't. Why is everybody mad? Like, that's her moment. Like, Taylor Swift, I fuck with her.
Yo, think about it.
But he wasn't wrong though. Beyonce did really have the best.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like think about
that year too.
Yeah, it's like Beyonce. What song was that for? Do you remember? What music video?
That she wanted for it?
No, that Kanye was like fighting for. Y'all remember? It's Single Ladies.
Yeah,
right?
Single Ladies.
It's like single, like you play Single Ladies, yo. I can do the dance. But it's like,
and she did that whole one take.
I couldn't even tell you what Taylor won the award for.
Right.
You know
I thought you were talking about Taylor at first. I was like, I forgot. I know she had a car.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
she was in the subway. That's why I remember.
You don't even know it
anymore.
anymore. So that's how like Kanye was right. Like, you play Single Ladies, we all know the dance.
But listen, I heard a Kanye interview, and he said he made the oldest beat when he made College Dropout. You sent a beat that long,
It's
bro?
like 5 years apart.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, longer than 5 years, bro.
Is it longer?
Yeah, bro. When he dropped College Dropout, he made the oldest beat.
The oldest was like 2012? Might have been later.
Maybe 2012, 2013 that dropped?
Yeah.
I know Obama was
College Dropout was like 08, right?
Yeah, it might have been like 5 then.
I don't know.
5 or 6.
Kanye's been around forever.
But it's like,
ever.
Right? And then like to produce like all the old J projects.
Yeah, people forget he was producing a lot of people's stuff.
And don't forget Yeezus is why we get all this like crazy distorted music now. Like he was on it.
Yeah.
Him and Travis.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, a lot of like music critics cite 808s and Heartbreak as like the changing of rap as far as like the music goes.
The tempo
like,
and
because people weren't really using that type of like drums and stuff. It's true. Definitely. I mean, I think when I think of like Kanye, I think, which is funny because he worked with him, but I think like Travis is probably our generation's Kanye. I mean, obviously Kanye was like pretty much a part of our generation,
right?
But I mean, like our age group, you know, because Kanye's a little bit older than us.
I can see it.
But because like Travis is making beats, or he started making beats, and now he's doing like these classic albums. You know?
Definitely.
And it's only a matter of time before Travis starts taking people under his wing.
Right.
Or he does. He already has a label, bro.
Yeah, he got Cactus.
Does he really?
Jack. Cactus Jack Records.
And I think he has
got Shaq West.
Shaq on it.
He kind of disappeared.
He got Shaq West
after that Obama.
Yeah.
He got a few artists. He got a couple artists low key under there.
Yeah. All I know after that documentary. He dropped
the Travis one.
That show hit harder.
That whole documentary I watched it. And that shit low key inspired me to like keep working. Just seeing that man in the studio, like in Bali or wherever he was, by the ocean while he in the studio, like
that's
making that song right there.
That's what I mean. Like,
that's where the inspiration.
No, inspired me. I'm not into music like that, but like he was going just as hard when there was like 10 people when he's doing a little show.
Right, I saw that. Yeah,
there's a clip of him like really rapping and like really pouring his heart out, and just like like he's been waiting for this moment this whole time. And then like I remember he's like flipping on the camera guys like, why the camera's over here?
Oh yeah,
and he's like,
come on stage.
Like, he went from that to that.
And like that's crazy. He really cares about what he's doing, and it's like he's the probably one that's gonna be in like the sense of like mass and being able to sell and draw people. He's the one that I'm betting that can get close to Drake.
Definitely.
Maybe
he's consistently dropped good music. He really hasn't dropped any really whack projects or really whack songs. Like he consistently has a crazy fan base. Like
it just keeps growing too.
I mean, he hooked up with Kylie, right? Like he's doing things right.
I mean, like, I was gonna say.
Now they broke up or whatever.
Publicity
goes, like, publicity and promotion and all that stuff. He's doing good.
He has all his.
I don't want to say that he only did it for the promo, but if he did, it was a good move. Right. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, she got millions of followers on. I think I was fried the other day and just went on Instagram. I was like, how many followers she got? Just because I was like looking at
I think it's
whatever.
Like upwards of 100, right?
That's what I mean. It was like 100 and like 40 million or something.
That's more followers than Jesus had, yo.
Facts, bro.
Like, what?
It is crazy the world we live in,
yo. Yo, bro, like low key, I'm gonna admit this. I be watching her vlogs on YouTube.
She does vlogs,
bro.
I didn't know
life
that.
is crazy, bro.
I saw
crazy.
her.
She really is a business person though too. Like people be trying to cap on her, but she really be on her shit. But like it's crazy to see like she like which car we gonna take today.
That's what I mean.
And I'm like, wait a minute, like this is her real life.
Right. She's bought that Bugatti.
Yeah.
Like, a brand new one. I was like $3 million. I was like, damn.
This is crazy, bro. Yeah.
Which is crazy because like $3 million to a billionaire is like that's chump change.
That's what I mean.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like,
and like you don't even stress about it.
Swipe the card, the black card.
Her mom, her mom was explaining. So she saved all her money from the show. So remember, like the show is about
you
like
talking about Kylie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they all had a little money saved up.
Yeah.
A little. I mean, it's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like Kylie really took all her money and invested in the makeup business, bro. She really did it. Like no one else invested with her.
At like 17 too. Probably.
Yeah, and like if you go back to old episodes, like when she's like started moving out and stuff, and people were tripping on her, cause like she was doing all these moves, and like they didn't agree with it, and then like she actually like flipped that company to $1 billion company, and that's why they be like, yo, like she is self-made, but not really. But to like get to $1 billion is crazy.
Right. Yeah, I think like people want to make fun, and like I'm guilty of it too, like making fun of her, because it's like oh you came for money, of course.
Right.
But it's like, let's say she started with 10 million in the bank, which like probably before she was born, we'll say that was like pretty accurate. Like if you turn 10 million to $1 billion, that's insane. Like that's impressive. Like that's regardless of where you start,
that's 999 million. Like when I think of $1 billion, it's like I think like 999 million.
Yeah, it's like a lot of
like
bro.
Just think of it in the sense of 10 million and
nah, it's insane.
You know how hard is it? You know how hard is it to make 250, bro?
250,000.
Yeah,
that's
not easy to make, bro.
That's top 3 or 2% in the country.
You know what I'm saying?
250.
That's not easy to make. So then I'm thinking about like, all right, gold hit $1 million, and then like people are like 10. You start talking about like 100, and you start talking about bills. I'm like, bro, like that's crazy to me. Like that's a company at scale.
But you know what's like the denominator in that? It's like the people who get to that level aren't motivated by the money. You know, the people who get to like $1 million and maybe 10 million, they just like
want the money.
They want the money, right? But because you get to a point like if your motivation is money, then you're good at 10 million. You know, because you can't really spend that much.
Right.
But like you don't get to $1 billion because you want a lot of money, because it's just too much. It's an unfathomable amount. You know, you get to that because you're passionate about makeup, or you're passionate about like making cars, you know, whatever it is that got you there.
Definitely.
So I think like motivation is like the biggest thing. You know?
Definitely, I agree. 100%.
Like, you can be motivated. There's nothing wrong with being motivated by money, but like you're not gonna touch. There's certain numbers that you'll probably never touch if that's your motivation.
Right. I have a weird thing about money. So like I think either your goal is to make under $1 million a year and be like there's a lot of happiness between, let's say 70 to $1 million, right? The worst part, in my opinion, I know it's funny, but like, don't be 1 to 5. Like, don't be in the 1 to 5 million. That's scary because it's like, because you're rich, but you're not that rich. You know what I'm saying? Like you got money, you got more money than everybody, but like you don't have enough money to really be doing stuff. That's why you see a lot of like NBA players, you can go broke with a couple million. And football players, like they go broke because they're in that 1 to 5 level. Whereas like you got money, bro, but you can't be balling like LeBron. Because
you're getting that lifestyle and you trying to live up to
keep up with
the big baller type shit. It's like,
it's a trap.
That's what I mean.
It's a trap.
So you hit 5, so you got to skip over 1 to 5. You got to go for 10.
Yeah.
And then from there you can slow down.
Right. Yeah. I swear if I get up, even around that, I'm investing. That's all you.
Yeah.
That's all you can
do. Even if you don't want to invest, like just throw it in the bank.
Right.
Just don't touch it. Exactly. Like stop going to the club and bringing 10 friends with you and funding everybody. Like chill out. Like until you get like a max contract or something, like chill out. Like,
right. Definitely.
You're doing too much.
The game is crazy, but the money game.
Especially about like sports, like NBA is not a good example because for the most part they're guaranteed contracts, but like the NFL, like these players get indulged in that lifestyle and then they get hurt and then their money stops coming in.
The risk higher,
and that's why they go broke. Because like you get this $10 million contract, but it's not guaranteed, so you start spending like it is guaranteed, and then it stops coming in. And now what?
That's true.
Yeah, bro. Football's not the move, bro. Unless you're gonna be like,
it's not.
A Brady.
Not.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like it really is not the move. I don't really see the value in it. Like people, as soon as they get out the league, they go crazy, bro.
Right.
Or if they're in the league, shout out Antonio Brown.
sickening.
Too many head injuries.
He dropping money, but I don't know why.
He started tripping.
Yeah. AB was like, I'm like, bro.
Yo, you think football will? I mean, obviously it won't like shut
I give football
down,
20 years, bro.
Yeah.
Before it's like done.
I think by that time we'll have so much research to like, oh, it's bad this in this sense. You know what I mean? Where they just go. No, I don't know who it.
They'll be around. You know I just don't see us having our kids and like making them play football.
Right.
No.
Like, I really
was
don't
having
see
a
that
conversation
happening.
about that yesterday. Like, I would never tell my kid that he can't play, but I definitely wouldn't push him.
Right.
You know.
I just don't see it like being.
Go to the NBA. Make your
bro.
$80
First of all,
million
there's
and
more money
40,
and it's
43
safer.
if you want it.
My kids are playing tennis, fucking golf, all these weird sports.
And golf. All the rich white people sports.
Yes, bro.
golf
Yeah.
There's a room for Tiger Woods in golf. Okay.
Yeah.
He carved it out. Why don't you go hit that ball, boy? Right? Or go play baseball. Like there's a lot of other sports. I think soccer too.
Yeah.
Literally any sport besides football. Like that's the only sport you shouldn't be playing. And like maybe rugby. I don't know.
Yeah, rugby's different. Hockey's weird too.
Different.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it'll be interesting to see as football, like from my opinion, is probably going to decline over the next few years. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the NBA is probably at the peak. It'll be interesting to see if soccer like comes into America and like really takes over.
It's just so hard with soccer because there's you think of the best soccer players and 99% of the time they're not from America. You know what I mean?
You probably say 100%.
Yeah,
honestly,
that's what I'm saying. Maybe.
Yeah.
They got like Messi,
and then you got to wake up at like
that.
9 in the morning to watch them play.
Right.
It's like, nah.
Well, so the way I look at soccer is that like we're a World Cup away from it being the sport in America. Like there's a lot of people that like.
You mean like hosting it or like winning or doing well? Okay.
Just because of how America takes shit.
Oh yeah, it's
true.
If we win one, we think we won the whole fucking thing.
right.
Yeah.
And then we want their kid to be that person.
Yeah.
And I guess, like,
that's the thing. I think if we get like one superstar from America,
it's over.
Then it'll be a wrap. Because
we had Jordan in basketball wasn't big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jordan wasn't getting paid like that, bro. Nobody Jordan became the guy.
Yeah.
NBA became the thing. Jordan started selling. Not everybody that looked like Jordan started playing basketball.
I read something where it said like Jordan's whole NBA career earnings just from the NBA was like, I don't even think it was $100 million. You know what I mean? You just think about that nowadays, like players
people getting $100 million contracts,
$160 million for
4 years.
4 or 5, 6
crazy.
years.
Like, that's stupid, bro.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. I think it takes like one superstar, one I would say like one relatable superstar. You know,
right?
Like I think the reason why Jordan was cool is because he was unashamed to be himself. Right. You know.
Yeah, that.
Like we had like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and like all these dudes, but they're like prim and proper, and like us as the youth can't really relate to him.
Well, also with Jordan, he jumped into it. He turned into like LeBron. LeBron kind of followed in the little steps of not talent wise, but the way they hopped into movies. Expanded themselves into TV shows. Brands.
That's true. And the shoes, obviously.
That's what I mean. So like
at the right time, like the 80s and 90s, come on, that's like American culture right there. That's hip hop. That's like you think like everything is going on. Yeah. Jordan is playing, and Jordan is like in Chicago,
big city.
Plays in the big city. He's dunking on people,
balling like crazy, talking shit.
He's talking shit, and he's like also in the part of the league where the league is at right now, where it's like there's so many good players. All in different teams. Like the league is back to that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right?
I'm excited to see
this upcoming season is about to be crazy.
Bro, I don't even know, bro. Like
it's about to be crazy. It starts in a week, yo. Next Tuesday.
I be seeing highlights of Zion and Zoe. I'm like, okay, that's a full. I can't let NBA let that happen. They got a whole
Pelicans
squad.
About to be a squad, you know.
He was like, and for those preseason, but he was like 26 again. I'm like,
I read like past like all his preseason games, he's at like 86%, field goal percentage. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
That's like he went 28 of 30 and it was all in the paint. You know what I mean? He's like 6'6", 6'7", and he was banging on Rudy. He's banging on Rudy Gobert, and he was like defensive player of the year last year.
Like it's scary, bro.
It's crazy.
That's rebounds over him,
and he's not playing like full games yet.
Right.
He's only playing like 25 minutes a game. He's playing 25 minutes, and getting 20 points a game. Like, that's like all-star numbers. I'm not about to say he's gonna be an all-star.
We already know.
It's just crazy.
It's preseason, so
it's crazy to see from when his highlights even popped up on my Instagram like a few years ago. You know what I mean? Him in high school.
Yeah.
I remember seeing him in high school. It was like
I remember it was like very vivid. You know what I mean?
Dude.
I was just like watching him banging all these little kids. You know,
I'm like, this boy is not 16, bro. Right. Like he's too grown.
Yeah.
And he's just like dunking it on.
And then he goes to Duke, and it's like more of the same.
Uh-huh.
And what's crazy about him is he's getting better. You know, like I think a lot of people when they get to college, it's like you can see their game. It's like, okay, they're obviously gonna get more athletic or whatever, but that's probably gonna be their game. But it's like in high school, all Zion was doing was dunking on motherfuckers.
Right, that's all.
And now he's shooting a little bit, and now he's passing. It's like he's really evolving. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
That's like something LeBron did. Like LeBron,
bro, he's the next coming of LeBron, bro.
Yeah, just in a different.
We haven't seen it yet.
That's hard to say.
It's here, bro. Jordan gave him $60 million for a contract, bro. It's like everyone's betting on it, and he's like just off the hype. Yeah, his hype is crazy, but there's a lot of players who've had a lot of hype, and they get in the league and they kind of they kind of get in the league and they kind of like and like matters kind of player you are too, what position you're playing. Like Zion has the mass and is big, but he's also like he has the people like him.
Intangibles, he's humble, he's a good talker. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like okay, and like the league loves LeBron. Like when LeBron was not in the finals, like viewership went down 30%. Mm-hmm. It was like 32% people did not watch the finals.
Just his name.
Like everyone's betting on Zion to win. They might even let if it's fixed or whatever and rigs in some situations, like they're gonna let him because they need that to like for the business.
Oh yeah, people forget that it's all came down to the business. Like the sport is just you love it, but like
again, like you're here. to,
you never know if there's some.
We're here to make money at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm excited to watch the league. I'm actually gonna watch it this year, like every single game.
I'm on that tip because it's too many teams. Like,
and I'm not picking a team this year, bro.
At all, like to win?
Yeah, I want to win. No,
it's too hard. I think at this moment to pick a team.
Like, I'm not picking a team.
You can just hope for like good games.
It's good games.
Yeah, that's all I want. Is good games, good
Secretly,
matchups.
I want the Pistons to be really good.
Right.
I want no one to get hurt.
That's like the Lions and shit.
Yeah.
That's every year.
Like I want to be good.
Yeah.
I miss when the Pistons were good. You know what I'm saying? I miss having the team that like you're excited to watch.
Bro,
you know
what's funny about the Pistons is like we were like always the shit talking like big dudes. It was so funny to me like the Pistons, obviously we didn't draft Melo back in the day, which would have changed the whole dynamic.
We missed everyone that year.
Yeah, like
Melo, Chris Bosh,
Dwayne
Wade, I think.
They missed on everybody.
Yeah, they passed on Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade.
That draft class was like the hit year for
and
players.
We picked Darko Milicic.
Where he ended up, I saw he was playing MMA, getting his ass beat.
He's in MMA.
For real? He's fighting now?
He's 7 foot tall. Yeah, he's in the MMA in like whatever country he's from. Last time I saw, he's in MMA, and it wasn't even like the big MMA. It was like low key. I'm like, man, how you that big and getting probably beat?
Yeah, too big for all that, bro.
That's crazy. Yeah, I think this is a good time for sports. We said like it's the NBA or the NFL goes down. I don't really see the NBA getting more popular because I think it is pretty much the number one sport in the world right now.
Yeah, it is.
So I'll be interested to see like where people's attention goes. Mm-hmm. You know,
it's cheap to get. It goes back to the music thing. Like,
it could
get some shoes and a ball, bro. You can play.
Yeah. Like, but that's what I'm saying. I think it could go to esports for real. Like everyone's playing Fortnite, everyone's playing Call of Duty. Like I wonder if the people that stop watching NFL. I think people older than us will never like watch video games. Right. But I think like our age, the people that watch NFL probably will switch to like watching Fortnite tournaments, watching Call of Duty tournaments. Like. I think it's only a matter of time before we get there. You know?
You see them little 15-year-old kids winning $20 million off of Fortnite. You know what I mean? Like I remember, like 2 years ago, not even like that game popped up on whatever.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere.
Now it's like the biggest game in the world. People getting paid millions of dollars like the NBA to play. You know?
Yeah, esports is probably gonna actually be the sport, bro.
Yeah. Probably.
Because you know why?
All the kids are playing video games.
Everyone can play. Everyone can actually make money.
Yeah.
Think about the NBA and all these other sports. A very select people who can actually make it and actually make money.
And you got to be. Well, you got to spend your year in college. You got to be 19. Yeah. For the NFL, you got to be like 21.
You be 12
but it's like
now,
you could be 12 and
be the best like FIFA player.
Yeah.
Right now, I'd be making $5 million a year.
Yeah.
Chilling. Like,
it's crazy, yo.
I don't even know. Like, I couldn't imagine what I was doing then, and I only couldn't imagine having that much money.
Yeah, what you doing if like you're 13 with $1 million?
It doesn't hit you.
Living off of.
It doesn't hit you, bro, because you're too young.
Nah. Yeah.
Especially in our generation when no one holds cash anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's a good point.
I'm trying to do simple math with people, and they don't even understand. They'll be like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh yeah," because like you don't hold cash, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, when's the last time you really had a lot of cash on you? It's not a thing you do. You don't walk around with cash like that. Mm-mm. So like it's hard to like a 13-year-old. Like, you don't know what $5 million is.
Right.
He knows a lot of money.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know what I'm saying?
Like as long as he got his Xbox or whatever, like
he's good.
Yeah, exactly. And if you think about like
until he realizes in like 4 years,
he's like 19.
I got this much money, I can use it to my advantage.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll put like age restrictions on that stuff. I know Call of Duty, like the professional Call of Duty players, you got to be 18 to play. Right. But it's like Fortnite doesn't have a limit. Like
it's probably just a cartoonish type vibe to it.
Yeah,
and people would think it's like a.
It's not like too violent,
even though it involves shooting and stuff. But
yeah, it's like not blood going everywhere and shit. Yeah,
that don't matter.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. It's interesting. I wonder if we'll ever have like a football arena dedicated to like video games.
Yeah, bro.
That shit would be crazy. There is like smaller arenas, like 10,000 seats, but there's nothing like big house or
where people going.
Yeah, I can see people get into it, bro.
I mean, I watch it. I'm not gonna
definitely.
I love esports.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be like the kids. It makes you feel old, but like I got a little brother, and he, like that's all he does. Like his generation just can't. He's a freshman in high school. His whole generation just like came up. Like we came up with technology like there, but like it's just getting
it was
more
like
advanced.
As we get older. Yeah.
No, even now it's just like it's advanced as hell. So it's like.
They're already in it.
Right, yeah. So like they're born into it.
Yeah, they're born looking for like VR and stuff. And like when we were growing up, we were just trying to get the new iPhone.
Right.
It's like the kids now.
And we were older.
They're trying to get the new VR.
Right. We were like 8, 9 when that shit was hitting.
Yeah, it was like end of middle school.
So like we were a little bit older. These kids, I see like 3-year-olds on iPads.
That's what I mean.
Like he's like they're already on it, bro.
Mm-hmm. They come out the womb already looking for a laptop. They got
Instagram profiles right when they're born.
Walk in a restaurant, see how many kids have iPads, bro.
Yeah, shit's crazy.
Parents like eating food, they plop that iPad in that kid's face, bro.
They all
keeps them occupied.
Yeah.
Stop crying.
Stop crying and stuff. They're just on the iPad.
Yeah.
I don't take a couple of kids and start playing around too much, and then you're ready. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right.
They figure shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I wonder if like Netflix and Amazon Prime will ever get into sports.
Probably.
Because
Amazon will.
They got so much money. I mean,
might as well try. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if Amazon already is.
It'd be sweet to go on Netflix or like Amazon Prime and just have like a basketball game pulled up, like live streaming on Netflix. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, you should pitch that to them.
You should build
that model out.
Because even if they live stream movies, like
Netflix.
that's like TV. Like imagine if they live streamed the movie so everyone's watching at the same time. So you could go on Twitter and everyone's talking about the same shit.
Right,
you know? Because like the difference between TV and Netflix is like you couldn't really, like back in the day you could go on Twitter during a show because everyone was watching at the same time.
Real quick, that brings me back to like I didn't really watch it, but I remember it always on Twitter was The Walking Dead when it was popping.
Oh yes,
like,
yes.
It was, like coming
every
out.
Sunday I think it was.
Like I feel like that was the last show to people looked forward to, like on a specific day. Oh, I can't wait till Sunday for this new episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like TV shows and all that are like kind of dying down.
Oh, for
you
sure.
Know what I mean?
For sure.
They're just getting recycled.
Like, I know for me personally, it's like I don't want to wait a week to catch the next episode. Like I'm trying to binge the shit.
Right.
Like,
I really am trying to watch it in a couple of days.
Yeah, like
Peaky Blinders, bro.
Peaky Blinders, I killed that in a weekend.
You see Peaky Blinders?
Is that on Netflix?
Yeah.
They just hopped on there, right?
The new season.
The new season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, you gotta watch it, bro.
I gotta.
It's one of the best shows. All right,
so crazy.
I give you guys the shows to watch. All right, Peaky Blinders, hot. HBO has a show called Succession. Bro, I've been on it. It's funny as shit. But like,
you got the HBO login?
Yeah, I got.
You shoot it my way.
I got you, bro.
All right, good look.
Bro,
need that.
You know, people eating off my Amazon Primes, but like I swear, I'd be like, y'all keep changing my own. I'd ask look for what's my password.
That's
like,
funny.
Or like, what do you guys do, bro? You guys change this, bro? Like, what's going on? Oh yeah, bro, my bad. Or people like start watching my seasons and like messing it up.
That's funny.
I get weird suggestions. I'm like, dude, I don't even watch any of this kind of stuff. And then The Boys on Amazon Prime.
That's the superhero show, right?
Yeah, bro.
I'm like halfway through that.
I just got into it, bro. It's actually good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I think it's like, for me, that's like the realistic take on superheroes.
Yeah, what it actually would be like to have
what it really would be. Because the show's all about like the government owning superheroes.
Okay.
And so like I think that's pretty realistic. Like if
like
Superman
like
really
using
came,
them to save the day.
Like, or like using them for business. Like part of the show is like, hey, we'll sell you the superhero for your state for protection for like $100 million.
Okay.
And it's like that's like I think that would realistically what happen.
Really,
yeah.
But you gotta think about like actual what an actual superhero would be as an actual human being.
Right.
Like they actually be doing crazy shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Like good and bad. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it might end up like Hancock. You know that movie?
yeah. Essentially, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
I think about a superhero
because
that has,
it's fun to think like Superman would have perfect morals and all that. But it's like realistically, he's probably gonna have like this ego and then have his own agenda.
Weird set of morals because like no one can really stop him.
Yeah, like imagine knowing that.
There's not that many bad guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like after a while, like he just kind of do like. Remember the scene when he like shoots down that plane, or whatever, with his eyes.
In The Boys.
Yeah, and then he won't like help people. Like I'm like, yeah, that's a weird.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to think about. Like imagine if there was really no one to stop you to do anything you wanted. Like I think anybody would go crazy with that type of power.
That's great. I mean, just think about North Korea.
Facts. Yeah. Any country, bro.
The dude, yeah, especially all whatever. But that dude.
A lot of third world countries are like that. Like
got too much power. I feel like
too much power. It just makes you go crazy. You know?
Right.
That should be scary, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I do have a hot take on that though. I feel like leaders of countries should box it out, not other people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, that'd be funny.
Like South Korea and North Korea should actually fight. Like. Right. Not the
talking
people.
About like the dictators. Like
yeah, they should really. I mean, whoever wins, bro.
like have an HBO. I bet a lot of people watch that. They get an HBO.
Yeah, bro. Like actually make it. Like actually make it something. Because like bro, think about it. I'm tired
like Trump versus Putin 1-on-1.
Yeah, bro. Really actually box out who wins,
that
bro.
That shit would be funny.
And then we call
That's
it
how
what
it used
is.
to be, though. That's how it used to be. Like back in medieval times, you'd have like your best soldier fight each other. Yeah, and then whoever won the battle.
Call it there.
That shit's funny.
But at that point, back in the day, you getting life or death. You getting chopped up.
Imagine. That's different than boxing, yo.
Yeah, we had a weird code of ethics. We've gotten better as human beings have evolved.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You think about watching like old spy movies and stuff like, yo, if you got caught embellishing a little bit, or they would kill you right there. There was no court. Like you really just got shot in the face right now, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think you're lying, bro. Just like,
it's like a regular thing.
Yeah.
They don't even investigate it more than that.
I think cameras going a lot to that. You know, I think about it a lot. Like, imagine growing up back in like westerns.
I thought about that the other day, actually.
It's like, yo, it would have been so easy to rob a bank if there wasn't cameras.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You shoot everybody looking at you, and then right away.
You could do anything. You could do anything back in the day.
Literally.
Like.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you out there shooting someone and someone sees you, and I'm pretty sure they ain't gonna tell on you because they're gonna be like, oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
or
shot.
even if they telling you, just shave your head, shave your beard, you're good. No, it wasn't me. Where's your proof? It wasn't me.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? And then it's just good.
But now you can't even go like a girl's picture on Instagram without somebody knowing, bro. That's where we at these days, bro. I swear, bro. Try to
Instagram deleted the activity tab, yo.
Did they really?
You can get away with everything now. I saw a picture on Twitter. It was like a picture of the activity tab gone, and it was playing the Lil Uzi. Now I do what I want song. I was fucking dumb.
I thought the whole thing was just kind of weird. Like
that they got rid of that.
I just thought the whole concept of it was kind of weird. I mean, just no.
Or like they had it in the first place.
Yeah, not I don't know. Yeah, basically just people like nowadays. You have no type of privacy with anything.
Yeah, it's weird.
But just in any sense, you know what I mean.
I was just telling you, I like 99% of the stuff in my life like no one knows about. Mm-hmm. Like I only share like a little bit. I just don't like people know where I live. I don't like know people I'm up to.
Right.
It's just
that's how I am. Like I'm not one of the people posting every 2 seconds what I'm doing on Snapchat. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like where I'm at, like doing you know.
It's kind of scary, brother.
I don't get like some people just enjoy like recording everything about their life.
That's what I mean. Like, some people are built different.
Don't y'all like going places like not taking your phone out?
Yeah, that's what I mean. But I feel like a lot of those type of people are just.
They just want you to know.
It's kind of a front where like.
I get it. You're doing it for
shy in person, maybe, where they can express their.
If you're doing it for business or you're trying to build a brand, I get it. Different, yeah. But you're just a regular person. It's like
talking to.
I mean, you're supposed to share it and who makes the rules, but like I don't know. I just feel like it's just.
Yeah, I mean, you're allowed to do whatever you want.
Right, exactly.
At the same time, like if you do whatever you want, like you got to be open to criticism.
Right. If you're gonna go.
I feel
if you go on Snapchat and do it every day, you might as well start blogs.
Yeah, you might as well just take it seriously.
You might as well like do something with it.
It's just weird that like other people know more about your life. You know what I'm saying? Like just
what I mean.
I remember like I'll post stuff. And it's funny, like, if people be asking me about stuff that I post, I'm like, bro, how you know more about my life than me? Right. They'll be telling what I'm up to. Right. Like, how you know what I'm up to, bro? You know what I'm saying? I just don't like that. I just don't like people just being able to, like...
Or it's like a lot of people run to, like, Snap or Twitter first before they talk to people about it. Oh, yeah, I always thought that was interesting.
Yo, that emotional and being angry and crying, I don't get that. Nah. You should probably just handle that yourself.
Yeah, people who take, like, videos of themselves crying on, like, their stories and shit. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they want some sympathy, but... Damn.
Nah, I'm good, like I have a hard time having sympathy for that shit. Like
that's what I mean.
I'm a sympathetic person, but like
fake.
Yeah. Like if you're recording yourself crying, it's like I think you're just doing it because you want me to swipe up and tell you.
That's
like,
what I mean.
You know,
yeah,
everything's gonna be alright.
Memes.
Well.
Tell me why you look like this. Delete that shit.
Why you look like that when you cry? Goofy ass.
What's wrong with you, bro? Does your dad know you acting like this? I always tell people that.
This is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, Chirac, cause
wrap it.
I gotta go do this dinner.
Eat that. You gotta eat.
I gotta cook it.
What you cooking?
You gotta cater something?
Yeah, I got a company dinner at the spot right now.
Yeah.
They're doing it right now. They're like, where you at? I'm like, I'm on my way.
Are you hosting? Or are you like,
yeah, I'm hosting it.
Okay. Yeah, you better run.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Appreciate you coming on, dog.
Yeah,
go ahead and put your socials up for people that can follow you and stuff.
Yeah, just on Instagram's Way, then #2 Lost, and then what's my Twitter? Man, you might have to drop.
I can put it in the description.
Yeah, I'll put the links in.
Yeah, I'll put the links in there.
Should just make everything the same.
But make sure y'all pay attention. There's music on the way, so make sure you pay attention. Wait for the release of all that. And yeah, if you like the episode, give us some stars. Tell us we're great. All that shit. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
All right. Peace.